Yo, what up, Juggalos? TeamMUJ in the motherfucking house. Weekly Wicked Web Show. It's been a minute. But we're here in this bitch. Man, we got a lot to talk about. It really has been a minute, I guess, right? You know what I'm saying? It's been about 2 weeks or so. And since then, we went on some TeamMUJ road trip adventures, if you caught the Weekly Wicked Road Show. So technically, it's really only been a week then, right?
Yeah.
Because we did a Weekly Wicked Road Show last week.
We did.
And if you tuned into that, and a lot of people did tune into that and our shenanigans that night, which was really dope. We did get a lot of love on a lot of those videos, you know what I'm saying? Because we got, that was one of those nights where we got to do the from the crowd, from the stage perspective throughout our different streams, so I thought that was pretty dope. So if you tuned in any of those Weekly Wicked, the last two technical Weekly Wicked web shows, thank you, you know what I'm saying? We are working on a bunch of other projects in the meantime, and have been. I'm gonna tease a little bit of that Jake Jekyll project since they're dropping the May 25th. Yeah,
Tell 'em.
Yeah. If you guys haven't heard already, Joker's Gallery have again teamed up with Fago Lovers to drop a docu-series. This time documenting the the Jekyll Brothers era. 20 years this year. The special will come out May 25th, right? Yeah, the release date of Amazing Jekyll Brothers, 20 years to the date. The docuseries will come out. I don't know if it's going to come out in chunks or what, but I will have the honors of being able to be featured on that, telling a story on there with a bunch of other dope-ass motherfuckers from around the underground and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers from Fago Lovers, I think... Murder Mayhem Show, I think, Speak Yo Clout, hell yeah, shout out to Speak Yo Clout, I think even some Carnival Spirits motherfuckers are on there, so it's gonna be dope as fuck, a bunch of like-minded juggalos telling their story from a different perspective, you know what I'm saying, and that's what I'm really excited about, because you guys have seen what I did, right?
I've seen it.
We'll premiere it here after that shit drops, so, I mean, it's already been filmed, edited, and I thought it was pretty fun to do.
Pretty dope.
Diamond.
Did you get a chance to see it?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
So we'll be doing, we'll show that on here, but like what I did, I just can't wait to hear what everybody else did, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, cause really when, initially when we took the project, it was going to be just a standalone thing that I was originally going to do for the page anyway, you know what I'm saying? And then when it got to be part of this bigger project, so that's, this collaboration project.
Like, the creativity behind it is
Hell
just great.
That's exactly
Family
what it is.
United, not divided. And
Hell
that's
yeah.
what,
so we got to come together and create, like you said, Family United, not divided, but then to see everybody else's creativity also, that's what I'm like. I'm excited to hear everybody's story, because I know where I was when this album dropped. I told my perspective of going to see my first show and all this shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited to see other people's stuff. So be on the lookout for that. I'll drop the fucking information all in our fucking, the flyer here and all that other shit in our fucking info or whatever. But it is coming out May 25th. In the meantime, you could check out all their other stuff. I'm pretty sure it's all on YouTube. They did the 20 and 17 in series. They did the Generation Twiztid. I'm pretty sure they did a Cottonmouth Kings one, if you guys are into that. So go ahead and check those out.
So make sure to subscribe to their page to tell them TeamMUJ sent you.
Hell yeah, exactly. And we'll be talking more about that as it premieres. Like, that's a whole nother month before that comes out on their channel. And then after that, we'll go ahead and release the video on our channel. Because I don't know if the project is going to be just my vocals, or it's going to actually be the video then incorporated into it. But we'll find out. And either way, you guys will get my full video, and it's only like 12 minutes or whatever. But I thought it was cool as fuck.
It was, dude.
Yeah, man.
It's just because it's a story, you know what I'm saying?
It's a good story time with Bobby Blaze, and like you said, the dope little backdrops and shit he added in there were.
Hell yeah, I want to do that more.
Fit perfect with that era, dude.
And that's what, speaking of that, that type of project that we do, the whole team, throughout the next couple of weeks or months, really, will be knocking out our own stories. And there might be, like, two-parters, you know what I'm saying? Because just now we were talking some shit, I'm like, damn, there's a lot of gathering stories, there is a lot when you really think about it. In that was what I'm saying is that we're all going to kind of get together, or separately rather, and tell our own story, like one of our favorite tales, or, this tale, and then another video tell another tale.
Some of these stories kind of intertwine into a lot of other
and that's what
will
be interesting to hear Jiggy Fresh tell a story, and then later, like, I tell a story, and it's just from the way that I saw it or whatever. And then you could watch those 2 videos and be like, oh shit, so that's what they're talking about. So this is how Bobby Blaze came into this or that or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And they've both. I'm pretty sure you guys have both been to gatherings that I wasn't at.
Yeah. My first one.
I know for sure. The first
one after that is.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure. I think you might have been. Yeah, you were at a gathering that I wasn't at then too.
So
Those would be the ones that I really want to hear those stories because I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? They're so cool. I know the and you got some really good pictures.
First one?
Yeah, from that first one that he went to.
Mm-hmm.
You guys will be seeing those pictures too. He just got them recently. If you follow him on Instagram, Jiggy Fresh, is it 219?
Yeah,
Jiggy Fresh 219. So you would you can see and we're gonna drop them in the upcoming videos. And when he tells a story, we were out in South Bend and he got a couple pictures from Looney and it was from. I think you've seen them and they were from the gathering. And bro, like you know, spider braids and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah,
spider braids.
So it is the 20th annual gathering. You know, we want to all tell our stories, and every year the gathering's important, but obviously this one is so much more important. And like not in any other, you know, not to infringe on anyone's infringement. This will be no docu-series or anything. This is going to be us telling stories because we usually do that on the web show anyway. And these will be kind of like just things that we could put together or even drop them in on the web show as a reason for you to keep watching these web shows or whatever. But we do have, and I want to do them like cool, like almost like how we did the Jekyll Brothers video though, where when you guys see it, I mean, we use the green screener to the full effect or whatever to drop in pictures from what we were doing, or like if
make
it if
collage.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could show every individual one of your pictures as your background. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the whole thing, and I could run playing videos in our background then too. You know what I'm saying? So anything that we have from that era, even like I was even thinking about just getting like people's walkthrough videos, asking them if we could use them, and then like while you guys are telling the story, just like have the walkthrough videos of people walking through the campgrounds or whatever.
I would have to look. I might have at the old SD card from we went.
No shit.
With murderers.
Damn, that'd be dope with some video that you'd see like Matt Murderous, super big head, chopped over it, going walking up a thing. But yeah, I think we should. If you could find that, that'd be cool as fuck. Because you know we have some ideas of what we want to do, but like even if it's just us sitting here and then like you know some pictures going in the background and us telling our story, I think that in itself would be pretty entertaining. Because some of the stories are fucking downright crazy. I mean, just the one that you guys didn't hear, the one that we were just telling before we actually went full on with the show. I mean, that was just one 2-minute story, fucking 10-minute time frame at the gathering and that's just one gathering story. You know, like I could think of like 5 off the top of my head that aren't even long, that are just cool stories from, you know, following that guy to get the Molly to what happened after. You know what I'm saying?
We're playing this game. I told you I was at some friend's house of ours.
Shout out Wicked Dreams Creations.
Shout out. And then, but we were playing this game called Buzzed. Some game they found on Facebook, and it's kind of almost like Cards Against Humanity, but this game be like you get fucked up no matter what. Yeah. It's not like I think you pick a card that's like, hey, if you ever did this, take a drink. If this, you know, and one of them was, if you ever done Molly at a music festival, take a drink, and everybody's just.
And you were like, what? Bro, and that story in itself is dope, and I think that's one that we should tell as a thing, you know what I'm saying? Because that one was fucking, it was a fun story. We won't even go any more into it because it just reminds me how dope it is. But that'll be part of our gathering stories, but we have so many of them, you know?
I mean, hell, we could even go live and see if some of these want to jump, some of our
sit down,
but
man, like,
what are some of your ideas?
Bro, look, because I've had some really, like, crazy ideas, you know, as the story time thing goes on more and more. I just want to keep moving the location, but I want to set, like, a fireplace background, me sitting in a rocking chair, and me just tell my stories, bro. In 20 years,
story time.
I've got a lot of Juggalo stories, man, like from a lot of
like
events.
Like old grandpa sweater vest.
Oh yeah, knit up a sweater vest and put some of my pins in it, and then just sit there and tell my stories in my rocking chair with a blanket on my lap. You know what I'm saying?
Bobby Blaze,
nice muggles, whatever.
Yeah. Story time with Bobby Blaze, because I've thought about that, but this is like I do like for this shit. I just want to like tell these stories, and I think we could totally elaborate in the background of how these things went on. And if you hear us just sit here and talk about them, I think that's fun. But like he was saying too, we want other people's stories. Yeah. We reached out to some of our like OG homies and asked them. It would be dope if in the time we could maybe even pop out to South Bend, sit at Looney's house, set up the cameras like this for Looney and have him tell us some stories. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
Stories that don't even involve us. You know, stuff that we've never heard. You know what I'm saying? That's some type of shit I want to hear then too. You know, for up until like the 11th or 12th, Sweets went to every single gathering. Yeah. So it'd be dope to sit down Sweets in his museum.
Oh hell yeah! Showcase some of his.
Come on, you gotta really push that angle, bro.
I've been trying to push. We've been trying.
I know we have. Man, you know? But we wanted, those are the type of stories that I want to get. But also, we're like, you know, we could Google Hangout with some of you guys and sit here and you guys could tell your stories. So if you guys are interested in maybe even like telling a live story or just like, you know, writing us something and we would read it live on the show or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like read your shit, send it to us or whatever, You know, email. And we know a lot of homies that got stories, and it is cool hearing the stories of us being in them, and it is cool, like, I'm sure people have pictures of us that I never seen.
Right.
But, you know, all that shit would be cool, but I do like to hear other people's stories, you know what I'm saying? Like, because everyone gathers a different way. And when you hear even our stories, you're going to hear how different some of the stories can be from how the gathering went, you know what I'm saying? So, to celebrate 20 years, we will be doing some shit like that. And I think from like, not just this, like, for the gathering, but for other things, we'll just be doing these random story time things. I think those would be easy things to do that we could drop in the web show, or it could just be their own thing.
Or it could be like a filler, just between like web shows, you know what I'm saying? So, especially if we had time off like we did, you know.
Yeah, like if there's going to be time, so we just drop those in there. And I think that'd be really cool. Film a bunch of them or just film some stories, even if they like these 5-minute stories, and we film like, you know, 3 of them and boom, send them out in a couple of days. But yeah, man, and again, if you guys have any stories, hit us up, message us in DM or some shit at our TeamMUJ Instagram. And if you don't mind, we'd read them on the air and shit. Or if you would want to like record something and send us that recorded file, we could even drop that in here and like, you know, post your picture right here and just play it. You know what I'm saying?
Probably, they could probably email us, right?
Email us that? Yeah, oh definitely. And
I definitely seen
at Midwest United Juggalos.
We need to clean out that mailbox though. Oh, there's like 500 and something like unread.
If you look at my phone says like 17,500 and something unread message because I just never fuck with it or whatever. But either way, you can message us that. It's really just easier to get a hold of us on one of the social medias, even Facebook or whatever, and then let us know that you dropped us a file, and then we could go look at it or whatever. But that is some things, man, we wanted to talk about because the gathering is getting close. So close, in fact, all the tickets. The only thing that remains, rather, is tickets and parking passes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so after this long fiasco...
Pavilions pretty much sold over.
How many days was it?
Like a week.
That 4 days that the site went down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was supposed to go on and then just crash the next night, then crash the next night, and then it was off for like 3 days, and then they...
Everybody wanted their tickets. Yeah. They wanted that jump on the tickets. They kept on
They wanted those fucking pavilions is what it was.
What they needed...
was our webmaster.
Our tech... Yes.
It is crazy how quick everything did sell out. Those pavilions were dope. Actually, we just slept too on it because I haven't seen it announced anywhere that the Psychopathic All-Star passes are sold out. Yeah. Unfortunately, I was waiting until this weekend was over, whatever I did for the kids for spring break or whatever, and then I was like, all right, let me see how much cash I was going to have or money I was going to have left over, and I could have fucking bought this fucking All-Star pass, and I really should have, and I'm kind of upset that I didn't now, but the only thing that's available really is parking passes and actual tickets to the 20th annual gathering of the Juggalos. So if you are sleeping, that is a sign to wake the fuck up, because we are only a couple of months away until the Super Gathering. Some of the parties have already been announced. You know, Shaggy's Jammy Jam, motherfucking the Reno Riders, No Mercy, No Thirsty. We got the fucking Juggalo Yacht Club, motherfucking Weekend at Yachty's, their Juggalo wine mixer. You know what I'm saying? And then Cruising the Barrio, it's a Psychopathic Soldiers party with DJ Carlito and Rude Boy. Yeah. And you know there's going to be all kinds of other parties. We might be having a party, just not, under a pavilion anymore, you know what I'm saying? But one of the things that they dropped in this the lineup so far that is really only worth talking about so far is motherfucking Supervillains. Supervillains on the lineup has to mean something. Yeah, if you guys saw our polls and heard us talk on our last web show, we were wondering maybe it could be DJ Paul that would replace Lavelle, because I just don't think you could do it. I just don't think you could do supervillains without
Mr. Hart.
Yeah, Mr. Hart.
You
just can't. Yeah, so I don't know what they're gonna do, but it does say supervillains. So what do you guys think? What do you think's gonna happen?
Well, I think it's gonna be like you said, like our poll, dude. It's either gonna be, it's got to be Hoodoo, I would think.
But are they relaunching supervillains? Are they gonna just cover all those supervillains tracks?
Well, was it in the Fred Fury booklet? They had but it's.
Yeah, I thought that was a compilation though.
It's like a greatest hits album or something, but
yeah,
there wasn't.
There was one album.
There's one album, so I don't know how you make.
And then there was fucking that. What was that song that's on Wicked Clowns from Outer Space? Esham, Shaggy J, ABK, and it was like a supervillain track. Conquer.
Oh,
that was like
Conquer.
that was supervillains. You know what I'm saying?
ABK
just didn't fit into it.
That was one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah, that was fucking so dope. So I don't know. I wonder what they're gonna do, man. I'm hype about it though.
Maybe they do put ABK in.
No, ABK is fuck. I'd welcome Hoodoo or Paul. I think either are possible, or they're not going to do anything, or they have some major tricks up the sleeve. I don't fucking know, but I'm just hyped. I'm hoping it happens. It's got to happen. It's the Super Gathering.
Super Gathering. Supervillains.
Supervillains versus superheroes.
Spot villains.
Spot villains.
Who'd be the superheroes? Superheroes.
Jimmy Monoxide.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, man. But speculate on that. What do you guys think is going to happen with supervillains? They did announce them to perform at the Gathering of the Juggalos this year. Yeah. Will it be the supervillains and the full deck of cards, or will we be fucking with no Mr. Hart? Yeah, no Mr. Hart. Yeah, heartless deck, which would be dope as fuck. Either way, I just want to see Esham again at the Gathering this year, and I want to see those supervillain songs live. That one Gathering.
We finally want to see Esham.
Well, at the Gathering 2 years ago, he played that fucking like 3:30 set, and it was fucking cold blooded, bro.
But we just missed him all this year.
Yeah, and we just want to see Esham because we're missing him, and that's what I'm saying, because he didn't not to see him on that E&J tour, which I really want to see, which everyone really wants to see. Yeah, I really want to see Esham.
It adds to the hype.
It does add to the motherfucking hype, and I hope that they don't give him a fucking 3 o'clock in the morning set. At that one gathering where you're talking about a couple of weeks ago, the gathering of the fucking merch tent shit.
Yeah.
I remember I had this fucking dope ass fucking black with that gold supervillains that was glittery shit, moshing in the mosh pit to my fucking Violent J, and I think Violent J and Esham played together then. I think Violent J came out for Esham's set or some shit. Yeah. It was like Saturday night. It might have been before we got the Mollies. I don't know, but we went fucking. I was going ham in this fucking pit and rocking this dope ass fucking supervillain shirt that I wish I had still now.
I wish I had a lot of shit, but then again, I wouldn't wear them anyway.
I wouldn't wear them anyway, but we would fucking hook them up, have our homeboy James make us pants and shirts and shit out of them, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, shout out James Fiend. Matt Murder's rocking some of this fucking swag right now. We got to meet the homeboy James Fiend. If you guys are familiar with our previous giveaway here on Midwest United Juggalos, James Fiend was our grand prize winner, and he's a fucking straight up whiz kid, do it yourself ninja. He was fucking flossed out in like custom gear from head to toe when we met him. Pants, fucking everything, bro. Oh, so dope, bro.
Hoodie
patched makes us all shit.
So he,
I might have to send him some shit.
Hell yeah, he hooked up this hat. It was one of the gifts that he gave us. Matt Murders was rocking it. He hooked us up with some patches, some cards, and all that. So big shout out to James Fiend. It was dope to meet him.
Yeah,
hell yeah, dude. That
fucking dope patches.
Hell yeah,
it's heavy too, man.
Yeah.
Like,
you
can knock someone out with that.
That's good, bro. You pull it off your head and just smack them across the face like that. You know what I'm saying?
Lacerations to someone's.
Might fuck with them just a little bit. But anyway, man, we got to meet James Fiend, and it was at the motherfucking Wicked show in Chicago.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, we've been talking about that here for a little while because we really had the pleasure of being kind of, firsthand behind the scenes all together, and then I got to DJ 2 parts of the show that were fucking super dope. You know what I'm saying? It was I don't say this often, but it was a really good night at a Twiztid show, dude. It really was. You know, I say that probably every time I go to the show. I just don't give a fuck about Twiztid when I go to those shows. But this night in particular was a good time.
The whole show was. I mean, even if it was an album in its entirety, like they killed it. They really did.
All in all, man, the night was full of plenty of good emotions. When we got there, we were almost bummed out because at first they were telling me I wasn't gonna be able to set up.
Yeah.
Like.
And you guys have watched some of the live shit that the shit that I'd been practicing all week. They were basically telling me I wasn't gonna be able to set up, and there had been no way that I was gonna run that. So first of all, my homeboy's set wasn't gonna sound as fresh. At least I think so. You know what I'm saying?
No,
and then,
killed it.
and then I wasn't gonna be able to do the shit that I'd fucking practiced on or whatever. So it kind of sucked. But we worked with it. It's always good to be cool to the sound guys, and that's what I always try to do. I've been a sound guy, so one of the first things that I do is usually try to find out who's in charge of the stage and who's your sound guy so that we could get this shit going. And we did. We were able to work together. Unfortunately, we did get stalled up again because some other people who, they look like they think they have a professional edge, but they show up like fucking a half hour before doors trying to set up a full band. Fucking George Zimmerman playing fucking drums or whatever. I digress about that because I digress here because I want to talk about good things instead of that. But anyway, we able to set up and we were able to rock this shit. I've been to the Bottom Lounge one time in Chicago. That's where it was. It's a pretty dope spot, right?
I like the venue. It's nice.
For the location, somewhat outside of the downtown area of the city, but still in the city. You know what I'm saying? Has a nice spot where you could sit down, have food and drinks before you go into the ruckus of things, or even come back out.
Come back and forth.
And then inside, it's not too big, but there was enough room and 2 different bar areas that you could go to or whatever. We got to rock that shit. I got to rock it with Cult Activity, bro. And that bloody ruckus motherfucker snaps, right?
Dude,
he chops, right?
Bloody ruckus shot like a motherfucker.
Hey, for you guys don't know who Bloody Ruckus is, we don't talk enough because we always talk about Damian Quinn. And no, not taking away from Damian Quinn, but I think I've only ever seen Bloody Ruckus maybe one other time. But man, that night, bro, like the motherfucker was just chopping, bro.
Gone.
I was like, oh shit! And here you don't expect it. It's like this big, like hillbilly looking fucking punk rock looking motherfucker from Wisconsin, basketball shorts on. They just fucking chop that shit, bro. It was so dope. Chop that shit,
Chopped it. Bro, I was like, I said. They kind of blown back, like, damn, alright.
And I'm up there, like, I'm DJing, and like, I always try not to fan out when I'm DJing and shit, and I'm like, ooh, like, damn, bro. He is fucking chopping. I like bust my phone out to get a picture, to get a video of this, because I was like, he pops up his mask, his fucking ski mask, and just chop, bro. I was like,
when the ski mask was over, dude. He let it all out.
Cult Activity, if you guys have not seen them, I'm sure you guys know who the fuck they are. But they put on, it's all theatric, it's drinking that Kool-Aid and all that shit. Damian Quinn, man, he's always been putting it down. He's always been a dope guy to me, bro. To be accepted from any of those fucking cats is dope as fuck because they're fucking, they're out there doing this shit, you know what I'm saying, and fucking working hard to fucking get where they're at or whatever. But like I said, Damian's always been dope. Anytime that I've caught up with him, whether it be in Illinois, Wisconsin, or even as far as Colorado for Gore Fest or Black Christmas or anything, took care of me. In Colorado and Denver especially, where I was at, they stopped selling marijuana at 7 o'clock. So I had one of my homeboys hook me up with something, and I was like, oh, hey, I'm gonna roll up with you, D. And he's like, oh, but that's all you got? And I was like, yeah, Spencer's are closed. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. And he's like, here, just fucking roll up yourself a blunt. And I was like, so I just got to Colorado in my hotel. D's staying in the same hotel that B's hooking up with, and like, we're not even like tight like that, but he just knows how a pothead is when they land in a fucking legal state. And he's like, oh no, just roll up your own blunt, just whatever, and fucking when you're ready to smoke, just let me know. I'm like, bad, dog. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? All right. So like I said, he's always been cool since then. He's been cooler, and I was able to play the set for them that night, which was fun as fuck. And that crowd just kept getting more and more packed. It was actually dope to do the Cult Activity and then have that intermission,
right?
And then Razor because it got everyone to get like a couple more drinks in, and then everyone just hype as fuck. And then it was like packed by the time we went on for Razor.
That shit was dope.
I don't.
The Razor set was.
I can't really remember the last time I was like nervous was probably Tech 9 at the rave the last time that we did the rave, or House of Blues or something, because even MUJ's, I'm just like so familiar with that stage. I'm like, I usually don't even get as nervous going on that stage. I have never been on the bottom lounge stage, and it was like I was trying to keep it out of my head when I was doing the set for D, and then here I'm like, we're backstage, bro, and I'm fucking like nervous as fuck. Side stage with Razor. I'm like, damn, man. In my head, I was like, never been here before. Going on the stage right now.
New intro.
I got this new intro that I fucking
murdered.
I got to do everything in the intro live, like this real DJ shit. I'm doing everything in this intro fucking live, piece by piece, timing by timing. I'm nervous as fuck. A crowd full of peers, a crowd full of people that I respect, a crowd full of people that know that I've talked shit, and here I am, like, coming out of this shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I've talked hella shit, bro. I've talked hella shit. Everyone knows I've talked hella shit. And then here I am getting ready to fucking go out on the stage, bro. I'm talking back to Rip and Rocka, and I'm like, yo, yeah, I gotta pee real quick. I go in there, bro, and I had like that, just that nervous piss where I like dribble out and shit.
It's like, oh,
piss more on my pant legs than anything. Like, oh god, wash it up and shit,
dribble down. Oh man.
And we're just looking at that digital clock. There's a digital clock in the sound booth that's right here, back behind stage, and we're just looking there. And the guy turns around, kind of gives him the nod. I'm like, all right, I need time to go up there and get some of my cue points ready. And walking up there, dude, I could just feel like I was like Michael J. Fox. Back to the Future, bitch. Oh, shit. And then went up there and thank you, dude. I was nervous as fuck.
You pulled that shit off. You did.
To do that intro, I was nervous as fuck. I forgot to grab one of the microphones, and the reason why I really didn't, I was like, I don't want to grab the wrong one and then trip them up when they come on stage or whatever. If I would have had the microphone, then I would at least. But I was just like relying on my voice only and hand claps. Hand claps but I thought it worked.
It worked, bro. This shit was dope.
It was nerve wracking, and it just like sometimes when that shit happens, it just like it was a 20-minute set, and it was like I went on there, and as soon as the music started, it just like blanked out. Just blanked out, and fucking we rocked this fucking. And then that All Hail the Razor was probably one of the best All Hail the Razors ever.
That's probably one of the best ones.
Because it was everyone, like I could read the crowd, and if they're not really feeling it, I won't kill everyone. But for that one, you could kill everyone, and it was All Hail the Razor. And like when I'm rocking with Razor who kill people and have this bloody image or whatever. So I try not to smile too much while I'm up there, and like. You could only hold it in so much when you hear fucking everybody in the building. Oh, hell, the Razor! All these it was crazy. So I'm like, oh, I'd like, yeah, turn around like.
But that's that pure emotion.
It is, bro.
It is. That's fucking hype.
You can't.
Any videos that we have that we will drop on here. If you guys did see that night, we kind of went from stage to the crowd a little bit. All that was super dope. I want to give a big shout out to Razor, and even deeper than that, give a shout out to George for fucking calling out, for bringing Razor out there.
Speaking of Razor, man, congratulations
to you, brother.
All right, thanks, guys.
We had to throw it out.
No, for real, 100%.
The official
DJ, motherfucking Razor.
So, shouts out to that dude.
Thank you, guys.
It's pretty. I mean,
I
think it was an unspoken thing.
It was like an unspoken thing. No, like
now it's official. Like,
but it is. It's cool as fuck. Because, dude, look, this takes away from nobody. I've honestly had some of the greatest opportunities with a lot of like my favorite people in the underground. I always got to give a big shout out to UG Promotions for even giving me the platform to begin with, and I've been able to work with Windy City Music and then Tech 9 because of that. The Prophets and Tech 9 at places, legendary venues. These people have brought me in on shit, and all I feel like I could do is just back them as hard as I can. I've been backing Razor for a long time. When Razor is because of Razor, when ICP comes to town, I usually get that call. When Twiztid comes to town, I get that call. That shit's cool as fuck. So it is 100% respect. When we did our little shoot interview with Razor, we don't really go deep into it because we're friends with Razor, and one day we'll do a whole fucking sit down, go deep shit. But I started doing shows in Chicago in like April of 2012. And I was rocking with both those the guys of Razor. They were in different groups at the time. Yeah. And I would always fuck with them. They would always fuck with me, what I'm saying? And like fuck around joking with each other and, asking me for help or whatever out there. And we've kind of developed this bond. We played in all of these venues from across the country now, because even fucking Colorado and shit. So I just want to give big salute to them, because like I'm just like this kid from Indiana when I got into this shit, and here, you know, like they've been with me as I've went with the fucking up the road, and I've been with them as they went up the road. So I fucking definitely appreciate it. And I got a call from them yesterday, and hopefully this year there's going to be some crazy shit that goes on. So, but yeah, man, if you guys seen any of those videos from that Wicked show, like I said, man, look, I do not say this, because I won't say it about the last Twiztid show. The last Twiztid show I went to, and this is like all unbiased aside, that last Twiztid show I went to before this sucked. Monoxide looked bored on stage. Even the Twiztid show I think I went to before, the one I went to one time at the Concord Theater in Chicago, I don't know how long ago that was now, that shit sucked. Almost every time that I've seen Twiztid for a long time, I'm like, I think they've I don't know, a lot of time they looked bored. But on Saturday night, those motherfuckers came to rock Chicago, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. All politics, all bullshit aside. They came to rock that.
I won't lie. So the last time I see them,
I didn't go to that one.
The place wasn't even packed. There's mad room everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And the show was good. They put on a good show that time, but it was a real small stage. They had acts, they had UGA with them and everything, but the crowd just wasn't into it. But when they came, that Wicked show though,
they killed the show.
They came and
fucking. I mean, even because that must be their new stage setup, because they used it the last few nights or whatever. Right. But they just changed like some of the stuff in the background. It's dope as fuck. The risers for them to stand on, the fucking light shit in the background. When they came out, Dustin came out and said that, you know, this album's made really to be listened to. And,
dark, yeah.
And that shit was dope. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I hate all day, and that shit was dope. There's only a handful of tracks that I like really enjoy on Wicked, and they did not disappoint when they played them. I forgot how dope fucking Whoa was, and I was like, you know, it was great to be with my homies, listening to that, and in a perfect world, we would hear that Friday night as a gathering or Saturday night as a gathering, the Juggalos. But the world's not perfect, so my mind was not swayed. I think a lot of people were like, "Oh, we got him! We got him! Man, they're reeling me in." And I was like, it was like when you shake that shit off.
It's like when you got real hype, you know what I'm saying? Like you're running that big fish, and you get him right next to the boat, and then that fucking line snaps. You're like, "Fuck!"
And that's what happened.
That's what happened.
You can see Bally looking at it like, "Oh,
our producers
have
actual footage of Bobby Blaze enjoying a Twiztid concert.
Man, for real. It exists because I was, and then I had to shake that shit off. Twiztid knew I was there and all that stuff. Look, I don't follow Twiztid on any of my shit.
What the fuck?
I didn't tag them in any of the shit that I fucking posted, and then they like my fucking post, and it like, and it really wasn't even like stuff like positive about them. It was all about me and my boys performing at this show, and then I was just playing their fucking classic album. But how they found that and looked that up, and then I was like, they must have got wind that I was like, I'm gonna go pull a fire alarm, because I heard that's a classic thing to do in Chicago and Twiztid plays.
Or made it.
Like I said, it didn't shake me. It didn't change my opinion on Twiztid or anything, but they did rock that shit that night. I'll give it to them 100% on that. Monoxide had red hair, bro. He didn't have like his pen hanging from a lanyard or in his hand, Bob Dole style and shit, like rocking with his. Because I've seen him perform whole times with like me, like while I'm standing there, I'm Bob Dole, you know, with my motherfucking pen in my hand, and all the time. They came out there and flossed, and I thought it was dope. And the whole night was fresh as fuck. If you guys saw, we ended up hanging out with some of our people in their hotel room and overlooking the beautiful city of Chicago.
That was nice.
Oh yeah, shout out to Fatal Frankie.
Oh, Fatal Frankie, yeah, you saw those pictures and shit.
Freaky PNM was in the house. But
that was good seeing you, bro. It was good seeing you, bro.
Fatal Frankie is the dog. Was the first time we met him Big Money Wrestlers?
Yeah, it was the first time we met him.
First time we met him was Big Money Wrestlers.
The Big Money Wrestlers? Was that before the gathering, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Because then we met him. No. Because Cooter was already, Cooter was already talking to old girl at Big Money Wrestlers. So we might have met him at the gathering, but it was a quick like, hey, what's up kind of thing, you know. But Big Money Wrestlers like official.
Sure. Yeah, where we hung. Yeah, we even like changed the tire for the motherfucker, right?
I think so.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But anyway, Fatal Frankie's been the dog since then. you guys hear me say some stuff cool about Fatal Frankie here and there. Some rude things about Fatal Frankie and stuff, but it's all all love. He knows that. We know that. We hug it out every time we see each other. It was great to see him. It had been a year to the day.
Yeah, that we seen him last time, man.
Which was, man, this is like...
That was really weird. I didn't realize that.
That's some synchronicity, the weird synchronicity shit.
It was at a Twiztid show.
Yeah, it was at a Twiztid show. Yeah, some weird shit.
It was dope.
But yeah, it was cool as fuck to see him. Shout out Fatal Frankie. You guys seen some of those pictures? If not, we'll probably drop them in here. It was just like... We know a lot of fucking people, you know what I'm saying? That's why, like, when people talk about this jug of famous shit, if it's any more than this, why would you want that? I just want this shit, like, where our South Bend homies came almost 2 full states over to chill out here. Then we know Fatal Frankie, you know what I'm saying? We knew... and he lives in St. Louis now, originally from Iowa or whatever. And, you know, we know all these people from all these different areas, even in Chicago, just knowing all these people. And it's dope as fuck. Like, that's what we go to shows for. Like,
network.
You go to Chicago and you know
homies.
Yeah, like, 'cause more or less sometimes to see these people. Like, I went to that one Twiztid show last year only to hang out with you guys and see the people that were going out to that show. So that's that power of this shit that's still real. It sucks that there is a divide between us, but like it's cool to go out. We went out to a Twiztid show, and I had such a good fucking time. Hugged it out with all types of people, fucking, and then you know had a good ass night after that. You know what I'm saying? Like we got invited to this motherfucking the hotel. We party favored it up.
17 floors.
17 floors. Less. That was a fucking crazy coincidence then too that we were beaming on 17 and so to be 17 floors up in the city is beautiful. That was great. Shout out to our homegirl Amanda.
For real.
And like you know, I know you guys know the South Bend and I know you guys the hospitality, but that's the type of hospitality that we get like every time we go out there. Yeah. Wherever we go, like our homegirl, she was like, "Hey, I got this kind of edibles or this kind of edibles, freshly baked. You guys want them?" And I was like, "Well, yeah. I mean, I'll throw you something for them." She's like, "Oh no." They're to share, you know. Just have, you know, get them. Take what. Oh yeah. So it was like scared the shit out of me. So she's like, "Oh yeah, just you know." And then man, we were fucking we were just it was good times. We partied up there for probably about it was only about 2 hours though, right?
Something like that. We were home by.
Because we got down into this fucking parking garage.
Dude, we were lost.
These motherfuckers.
Like I don't even know how the fuck.
These motherfuckers charged us fucking
$46
to park in this fucking parking garage and get out of there by, you know, I think we were only in there like 2 hours or whatever. But hey, look, I had said to our homegirl Sam and shit after that, it was just a minor inconvenience for how dope we were treated there. I mean, they, you know, hooked us up, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we could have stayed there really all night, you know what I'm saying? We just, like, had to get back, you know? And Matt Murderous pushed it. I pushed it enough for Matt Murderous already for him to have to go back to the house. But it was dope, man. All in all, when I look back at that night,
had fun.
The show was lit. All the homies were cool as fuck. We were drinking some Ninjas vs. Unicorn.
Shout out to Pipeworks.
Shout out to Pipeworks, laying that Pipeworks.
What's up?
I thought everything was dope.
Yeah. Dude, it was just an overall dope night, dude.
Like I said, I don't give a fuck. On this fucking whatever lame ass Twiztid tour that's coming to Chicago, I don't need to come to that or fucking. I'm not going to Astronomicon or anything now just because I don't hope Twiztid plays at the Gathering or anything just because of that. Yeah, you do. I saw some people recently. I do. It would be cool in a perfect world, but it's not gonna happen. But man, I can keep talking about Twiztid shit all day now because that show's over, and I did want to talk about that Rude Jude shit.
Okay. How about isn't Razor going to be in like Round Lake, Illinois for
that's gonna be in June. No, I don't know.
Isn't that Round Lake? Am I
for what for Lex the Hex?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's June. In June, I think it's June 7th. We'll talk about that more as it gets a little closer. I'm actually, because that's the same night as that Fury tour, right?
Oh,
I think so.
June 7th, yeah.
Shit,
and I was like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna go see my fucking ITV." And they're like, "Oh no, I totally get it." You know what I'm saying? I've been to that Fairfield Tap in Round Lake. It's far, but it's a nice little spot. Yeah. What was cool is back then is that Sniper the Prophet used to live out that way.
Shout out to Sniper, what up, though?
Hell yeah, and I went out and hung out with him after that. And like, you know, those motherfuckers smoke big time. Yeah, so they got me like slab dabbed out, and I had to drive my ass home fucking 2 hours back, like fucking high as fuck. But I don't know. I want to see ICP.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, that's.
We go to Indy though. You know what I'm saying?
Indy now.
We go to Indy, but Indy's on.
That'd
Indy's a Saturday though, right?
That'd be a
Sunday,
3-hour road
Sunday.
trip.
No, hey, I'm pretty sure Indy's I think I was reading it all wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Friday and Saturday, right? 7th and 8th? Because Saturday is the 7th of June, so I'm pretty sure ICP are in there. I think the 8th is in Indy. It would make sense to be right back and forth. Check the date out. But if that's the case, if that's a Saturday, that'd be tight to go down to Indy June 7th,
3-hour
see
web
that
show
show,
live.
do the 2-hour weekly Wicked Web show down there. And since the Citadel is the fucking Emerson, we have a dope ass dive bar that we could go to next door and drink cheap beers, and we could all fucking throw down and get a big ass pizza at that other place and fucking be straight the whole fucking night. Dope as fuck. I don't know, that's all still to come. That's in June. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, we're kind of jumping ahead.
yeah, so that's like
My fault.
no, it's all good because that's I was gonna talk about that Fury Fest with the other ICP news.
Okay, so 6, 7 in Joliet, 6, 8 in Indy.
Yeah, so that'd be a Saturday, right?
Yeah.
See, that might be the more reasonable one to go to then on a Saturday. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
That's the week before I go to Florida too. I'll be leaving that Friday and I'll be gone for 2 weeks.
Well, why don't we do that as your last hurrah for 2
Well,
weeks?
that's hoorah for 2 weeks. Then I'll come back.
Right.
And then we'll
All
snurp it up when you get back.
canned
Then you'll
ass
snurp when you come back.
I'll
He'll
be
come back all
the
depressed because he's leaving Florida.
Oh yeah, right.
Because I'll come back and it'll be warm out here, bro. So you know what I'm saying.
But yeah, those are things that we did want to talk about because the
Yeah.
Fury Fest. If you guys haven't heard about it, man,
The
the
Slurp.
fucking lineup is stacked on that fucking.
Slurp-a-yak.
Oh, Snurp
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Was that July?
Yeah, it's
Slurp
first.
July.
No, no, we're-
Yeah, right there around.
Are we starting that? now?
But the Fury
Talking
Fest
about
shit.
that? No? Okay.
I don't know, man. I think Indy would be dope. You know, it's a
Yeah.
Saturday. 2.5 hours. We can make that trip there and back that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go down there, fucking go out a little bit early, hit up the spot like we did last time, but take a different tour and try a different place or two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Go like a different brewery. Maybe still go get that pizza, or go to get that other dive bar by Julie and Jeff and get those fucking that Hoosier pork loin sandwich.
Oh yeah, you gotta talk about that.
Hell yeah.
Knockout video after video.
And then we just
for
fucking
flights
do a
and
fucking
shit.
do a Weekly Wicked road show on the way down to there, and then rock that. And we'd probably run into the homeboy motherfucking Torsten and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be cool.
dope.
And
That'd
we
be
saw
dope.
fucking Shaggy Toot up there, but we never saw fucking Slice EP down there. So I guess that'd be pretty tight. That
The
lineup
whole
fucking
lineup is-
that lineup is
There's
stacked.
no openers, bro. It's
Yeah.
just straight.
Kill.
Yeah, so that was anybody that we had talked to that said hold on getting tickets because we might be able to get you those disco tickets. There is going to be no openers at any of the stops that we're fucking with, so there is no chance really that we will be playing either of any of these shows with Razor or any other group because it's fucking Ouija, Paul, Kissing Candace, Mushroom Head, Mac Lethal, Ritz, fucking and Slice EP. Yeah.
And Matt
So,
Lethal's not even on all the
on
dates.
all the
either,
dates.
But
Well,
he
I-
is in Chicago and Indy. So.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, and then that day that could be like an all-day shit. That venue, the last time we were there was ins and outs, so we could fucking go see who we want to go see. I've already seen Mushroom Head and Kissing Candace and all these other people, so I would I'd go see the people that I really wanted to see, and then go fucking drink Budweisers for cheap at this bar next door until I have a fucking
Cheap down.
massive hangover.
Yeah,
Oh
man,
yeah.
Harry to wake up
Cheap
in the morning and
down.
like, oh, Budweiser's.
Like, oh, hey, Julie and Jeff, we can't make it home. I gotta go sleep in your guys' garage. So we'll just park the car in the garage and sleep in there and then roll out in the morning. But I don't know. We'll keep you guys posted on that because if we were to go to Indy that next day, there's a good chance that I would do that Fairfield Tap show. I've done in May. The time that I did that Fairfield Tap show, I actually it was a Scum and it was a Triple MFD show, and that night or the next morning I went down to Indy for
Aren't they- I thought that's
I
a
seen that
benefit
they
show, though,
killed.
isn't it?
Speaking
I
of
don't know.
The light show.
Yeah.
I thought it was a
Triple
benefit for
MFD, I heard
somebody.
that they killed the Wisconsin show yesterday.
Oh
Like,
yeah, you know. And
fucking
if any of you guys have checked
tore
out the
that
Access
shit
Family
up.
Tour show,
I think
go.
tonight. I think maybe the last.
Yeah,
day.
tonight's
Those
the
are
last
actually
day.
the last two shows. Well, there's one in Tennessee, but Joliet, Indy, and then Tennessee are the last three shows of that tour.
Yeah, man, we should. I don't know.
That's for the
maybe
Fury
check out
Fest,
Indy,
though.
yeah. But yeah, tonight that Access Family Tour show or tour does end. If you guys have seen it, let us know your stories. We didn't get the chance to see it because the spot that it was going to be at, Dirty Nelly's, burnt down, and they're having some reconstruction go on at the venue. So that show had to be canceled or whatever.
Oh no, maybe something will arise from the ashes of Dirty Natalie's, like
they're gonna
Phoenix or some sort.
Yeah, they plan on rebuilding and going on. So I mean, that's a good venue. A lot of people go to that venue. So I'm sure they'll be back on their feet soon. Yeah, right. Or there'll be a benefit to raise money for it. You know what I'm saying?
I make it even better.
Fundraiser concert.
Fund family night.
Hell yeah. But yeah, man, as things keep going on over the next couple of weeks, we do plan on dropping a couple of the projects we want to reach out. And if you can, let's reach out with Speak of Clout and decide what we want to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be Run the Jewels or if we want to do something psychopathic specific. I guess we could do like a Twiztid album or something. Yeah. I'll just sit back and be like, yeah, that was good. Yeah, I like that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that part a lot. Okay. No, we could do something though.
Or we could do one of the, Lex the Hex albums.
We could only do the first one. The first project they released because I don't like anything else.
You don't like anything?
But I digress. We're not talking about that because I don't want to talk about what I don't like right now. Yeah, I don't want to talk about what I don't like right now.
Let's talk about what I like.
Look,
I'm just trying to throw a suggestion.
I know, I hear you. Well, shit, man. Maybe you could sit down with Speak of Cloud also. Maybe it could be like an effort, and you guys could do something else. But we do want to sit down with a couple other people, and we plan on doing it real soon. One will be an exclusive interview with our homeboy, Webmaster Baker. More info will be coming on that real soon. We want to shout out Don Chaos, who reached out about doing a video potentially here in the future. So we're going to work on something with them, as well as, like we've been saying, Speak of Cloud. There's someone I really am interested in working with. I've been listening to some of their stuff, whether it's the hip-hop albums that they've done, or these recently fucking Closed Casket from Esham that was really good. And I listened to the Riddlebox and the Beverly Kills podcast that they did that were really good too. And I feel like we can contribute something to that. You know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for that, as well as that project that's dropping in May. I think next month I'm going to do a Record Store Day project. Yeah. And then we'll drop that somewhere on. Hopefully we'll have another outlet to drop it on the next couple of months, and we'll be talking about that real soon. I'm going to skip over this because I just don't want to trash it. But other than that, man, if you guys got anything else before we bounce out of here, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't get to that.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that? No, we're not going to talk about that.
Happy birthday to Blase, though. She had a birthday like 2 days ago.
Bro, now I got to talk about it. So, she posted the other day, like, where she was, like, filming this new video or whatever. Does that mean a potential comeback? Is there a potential comeback of Blase Rose?
She said she's not going to be a psychopathic. Someone already asked her.
Okay, cool.
Or Magic Ninja for that.
That's cool all in all. And I'd be interested just to hear what she sound. I was making my case the other night.
Did she write it or did?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm interested to see. It's all. I thought it was all Joe.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's why I want to check it out. What her new shit would sound like, or what she would sound like outside of psychopathic. I guess in that case then too. Right. Because I really did after the fact enjoy Broken. She had almost the same image. Yeah. But it wasn't as like
she just had the
Cruella de Vil here. Yeah.
No.
But I did dig Broken. I was talking to you about that. I was playing for it at Rachel and Adam's the other night, and I do after the fact. I thought Broken was pretty good. And I'd be down to listen to something else. And I want Blase Rose stickers. Did anybody ever make a Blase Rose sticker like when her logo first came out?
I think I've seen like one.
I think there's a few of them.
Because
I remember seeing them.
I want one, man.
Yeah, it was little. It was like just the head.
Yeah, I fucking dig that logo. But anyway, man. That's all we're gonna talk about. Rebellious won't let me dig into it more. There's nothing more I could get there. I was hoping to feel some kind of fire inside me, but I'm ready for a Blase Rose comeback. And if it was on Psychopathic, I wouldn't hate. The only reason why I hated it is because I had more loyalty to Twiztid even then back then. And when they played Blase Rose before Twiztid was supposed to play The Gathering, I thought it was the biggest, most disrespectful shit in the world. But then, like after the fact, I really dug the Broken EP, and I wish I would have bought it. So I welcome the Blase Rose comeback regardless. But yeah, man, we just want to fucking get this web show out this week, and hope to drop off a couple of other things over the next week or so.
And we got a place for fresh flights to finally go down it. So
hell yeah. So yeah, man. Be on the lookout. Follow us on all motherfucking social media. Until then, I am Bobby Blaze.
G Fresh.
Matt Murderous.
TeamMUJ motherfucker. What?